There has been a lot of talk and media coverage of the proposed NAR Settlement Agreement. So what does the NAR Settlement Agreement actually mean? The NAR Settlement Agreement refers to a proposed agreement between the National Association of Realtors and the Department of Justice regarding certain practices common in the real estate industry. It aims to address concerns related to competition and transparency in real estate transactions. Here are some key points of the proposed settlement agreement. First up is negotiability of commissions. Commissions in Virginia have always been negotiable. This aspect remains unchanged. Parties involved in real estate transactions can still negotiate commissions. Next are buyer agency agreements. Virginia has had buyer agency agreements for 30 years. It is mandatory for buyers to have a written agency agreement before a buyer's agent can represent them in a transaction. Under the proposed settlement agreement, it becomes mandatory for a buyer's agent to have a contract that specifies the amount of buyer agency compensation. This aims to increase transparency. Sellers' payment of the buyer's agency commissions. Sellers can still agree to pay the buyer's agency commissions, but the commissions cannot exceed what is specified in the buyer agency agreement, and if it does, it needs to be disclosed to the buyer and the contract needs to be amended. Changes to MLS. The agreement forbids any offer of buyer agency compensation to be entered into MLS. Listing agents can no longer mutually share offers of compensation to the buyer's agent on MLS or any of its related platforms. Negotiation of commissions. Sellers and their agents can still negotiate to pay the buyer's agency commissions as part of the contract, or can include deal points in the MLS indicating a seller's willingness to offer incentives. Communication and transparency. The changes primarily focus on communication and transparency in relaying compensation offers to all parties involved in a real estate transaction. In essence, the NAR Settlement Agreement aims to ensure the transparency and fairness in all real estate transactions. It does not eliminate the role of buyer's agents or fundamentally change the dynamics of buying and selling homes. Keep in mind that these are proposed changes and still need to be approved by the court. If they are approved, they will go into effect mid-July. As always, I am here to help. Don't hesitate to contact me for more detailed insight about the current Northern Virginia real estate market.